I'll send it.
Yeah, send it to me. Hello, everybody. We are back and we are live. It's your girls, my T, Callie, and Dr. Joy, PP, pre PhD.
I'm about to have a love and
We
belief.
are about to
That's
talk
so
about
funny.
Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 4, episode 12. What you Wanda do about it. So, I'm gonna play our intro and then we'll get into it.
Now that's a picture.
Ain't that pretty?
Who is that one in the middle?
Girl, she fine, honey. We alive. How y'all doing? We just got done with Atlanta. Time to do Huntsville. How would you rate this episode? 1 to 10. Callie, you want to go first?
3.
What? Okay.
I don't want to sit around and watch the Scots clown at the
That is true.
at the
That
top.
is true. What about you, Joy?
A 7, 6 or 7.
I'm gonna give it like a 5. I did. My first note that I wrote was
It was
I feel-
disappointing.
I
because
feel
we thought-
bamboozled.
Yeah,
I feel
I feel like
bamboozled.
they keep
by the
mentioning
previews.
stuff that they're never going to tell us.
Yeah.
It's absolutely stupid at this point to keep. It's kind of like on Atlanta when they create like what was that gate?
Bolo Gate.
No,
Triple gate?
with the tape, the recording tape. Gate.
Oh, Cynthia Gate. When Cynthia did the recording.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Not Cynthia. That
About
one
Phaedra's
girl.
party or
Yolanda,
something.
but Cynthia
Oh,
knew
the
about it.
snake.
Yeah.
The snake lady.
Snake
The
Gate.
snake
That's
lady.
it.
Yeah,
I
so
mean-
it's just like you're creating, you're dragging it on. Like
Mhm.
if you're not gonna get to the end
Basically.
of it, then stop.
I'm
Let's
over it.
make this about love again. Like y'all done dealt with the marriage, but it's always the toxic part of marriage.
I hate it.
Like I've seen more affection on their recent vacation videos than we have the entire season.
That's true. It's.
She spends so much time crying.
I mean, Tish. They call her Tissue.
They're
Did
just
y'all know they call
focusing
Tish a
on it.
tissue?
And they should.
No, they should not call her Tissue.
She cries too much.
She cries a lot. But I feel like I don't know how we need to get in touch with Carlos, but I'm over it. We have an 8, we have a 6, and hey, Sharice. That's your friend. And we have a 5. Ain't that your? Yeah. I it's like they give us these previews and we're like, oh my God, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And then it's such a letdown. And so I'm like, either don't give me hype over these previews so I can be let down, or show what's really gonna be shown. Because I can't take it anymore. It's breaking my heart. So they ended it with Kiki walking in and she sits down and they kind of go back and forth a little bit, then it's over. So it starts back, and Marcel's gonna say, just because it's your business doesn't mean it's your personal business.
I mean, that's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I just want to know what people feel about this. Like,
I actually agree with it, and I can
Doesn't
give
make
you
any
this
sense,
southern.
Joy, please help me.
Please do, because I don't.
I'll
make
give
any
you an
sense.
example. A person could have HIV,
Okay.
and if that person has HIV, in a general conversation, that's not anybody's business but that person. But if I'm dating somebody and that person inadvertently is talking about, like, imagine if it's a female and you're saying, oh man, I'm finna get some. You know how men talk. I'm
Right,
finna go
I
over
get
there.
that.
And you're like, have y'all had a conversation?
I'm asleep.
That's a situation where it is your business, but it's not your personal business.
I feel like, okay, you
Because
can be like,
in that
girl, have you talked to
situation,
them?
it's a life, could possibly be a life or death situation.
Okay, so I can see on that where maybe you're trying to warn your friend. But Marceau said all of Atlanta knew. I mean, Huntsville knew. So does Martell and Mel not live in Huntsville?
I was just going to say that. Now, when he said that, he kind of negates what he was
Right,
saying.
that's why I'm
And
saying.
it wasn't that they knew. That's not what he said. He said all of Huntsville saw it. That's so important. And it got to be some kind of context, because I kept thinking, can I tell y'all what I guess? Look, this
What
is
do you think it is?
purely guessing. I have absolutely no inside information. This is just me giving context clues. And the context clues were, it was devastating when it was happening at that time. That was from Kiki. She said it had nothing to do with bed bugs. She what did she say?
I don't know with HIPAA, if you know.
No, you can only be sued revealing somebody's HIV status. I think it can't. I know if it's a lie, but if it's against a health policy, if it's in the situation that I'm specifically talking about, you could not be sued, because it's not slander. I'm not just slander. I know a person is HIV, and a person is talking about sleeping with that person. I have a duty. It's I don't think you're gonna win that lawsuit.
I don't think, because you're protecting somebody's health.
You're protecting somebody.
But I feel like if it's pillow talk, but I don't think that Mel was sleeping with Kiki and Kiki got HIV. Like, I just think that's the only thing. I just think that's the only thing they should have told. But what do you think it is?
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I told y'all those context clues.
Yeah.
She said hers and his were, he absolutely had to tell them because they were going into her house or spending time with her or going into her house. I could have sworn he said going into their house. And they said that he said that all of Huntsville saw it. Okay. And we also know she's no longer a professor.
Right.
So I thought, again, this has no basis. This is just me guessing,
let me put that thing
talking outside of my neck.
I'm putting my thing
up. I have no clue. I wonder, did she have an inappropriate relationship with the student? Now, it wouldn't be illegal, and it's videotaped. It wouldn't be illegal.
But still, why would that be something Melody and them need to know?
Now that...
See, that's why
I'm saying. They always talk about no pillow talk to Lou. They always talk about don't tell my business, don't talk about my marriage. But they be the first MFers to tell everybody's everything. I just feel like
maybe that. I mean, I would want to know if somebody has slept with a student and you got kids. No, you got children.
That's not a pedophilia. That's just
He was a professor, right? So the children, they were over 18.
I said that. I said it's not illegal. It was unethical.
Yeah. Even if it was something everybody saw, maybe it was a DUI and it's on film. Look at the news clips. It's not.
I mean, she had another DUI.
It's not anything that they should have been able to tell.
I don't think you get arrested for messing with a student if they're over.
No, it's not. No, she was a professor, so we're assuming that she worked at a college or a junior college. Yeah. So these children were over 18. So I said that it's not illegal; it's just unethical. Right. I know a teacher right now that married his student, but that's
they do it all the time. Mm. But I just don't feel like that's something that they should have told Mel. And a lot of people were saying, Marcel, was that they were trying to keep Kiki off the show by saying this.
But then why would they say anything about that, knowing that they dirty records are right there to be pulled up as well? That's what got me.
She didn't work at A&M, but I heard she worked at Alabama State.
Oh, maybe Alabama State. Okay.
Which is in
she was an English professor.
Not in Mobile. It's in Montgomery. but Alabama A&M is in Huntsville, but I heard it was Alabama State, but I
Okay.
don't know. But the person who said it may not have known the difference when they were saying, "No, she worked at Alabama." I said, "Well, where does she work?" And somebody said she worked for Alabama State, but I'm wondering, did they mean A&M? I don't know.
And I feel like if it was so bad, Mel was still inviting her to stuff. Now we know she didn't go to it,
I
but
had to
it
Google
wasn't.
her real name.
Look, I got it. It's in one of the things. Hold on, I'll show it to you.
It just doesn't sound like it's anything that was so bad that it needed to be told. And I think that they're trying to push on it just to make it look like Kiki really did.
Nobody leave. I've never known anybody to leave. I wonder what she's doing now. Because
I don't know.
Who leaves?
We know she's tutoring.
Who leaves being a
That's her name,
professor?
Jordan. Can you see it? The Nakisha Dawson Jabbar. That's her name.
Let me.
But anyway, let's move on while Joy getting her name. Kiki and Tish. Okay. They come. They're having a little confrontation. So Kiki says, "I did not say that Marceau cheated on you. I just said that we had talked about infidelity," and that's what she responded to Mel. Now that was true, right?
Mm-hmm. That was true, but in general, when you're having that kind of a conversation and you say, "Yeah, we talked about cheating," Melody or whoever's listening is going to pick up. Y'all talked about Martell cheating, or
Marceau cheating,
whether that's what was said or not. But Letitia, as the wife, she don't want to hear nothing about if her husband's been cheating or not. When you talk,
it was Alabama A&M, by the way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she said, yeah.
So you were right, Simply Beautiful.
Yeah.
I know it was school in Alabama, and she was, and people, because some of her students were in some of the groups, and they were saying what a great teacher she was. But wouldn't they know?
But
she had a relationship with a student.
Like I said, I'm guessing. I
know we trying to figure it out.
So
I'm talking outside of my
That's the first thing that sounds plausible to me. That's why I'm like,
can you get fired for having a DUI?
What you say?
She just got that DUI last year. That was in 2001.
Okay.
And how would that be detrimental unless she's driving? Because I've heard that it was a DUI initially. I heard bed bugs and a DUI, but I was like, unless she was driving the children around, because I was wondering, does she drink too much?
Well, students were saying that as well.
Alcoholic or something. I had no. Now we were talking outside our neck for the
that's why we got this allegedly up. That's why we just guessing.
So with everything we've heard, no matter how made up, none of it
Antoinette, no.
Was one on the none of it sounds like anything that needed to be told to Mel and Martell.
And see, that's why I can't
rock.
We
won't know, but it definitely doesn't sound like it. So
that's why I can't rock with Tish and Marceau, because they don't want nobody talking about them. They don't want anybody telling their business. They no pillow talk. I mean, Lou just said his wife was unhappy because her wife's, and it was, oh my God, World War III. But they telling everybody else's business. I just don't understand why they feel like they can be protected and nobody else can be, because they loose lips.
Marceau went off, didn't he, when Kiki was saying, "You want me to tell? You want me to tell?" And so what is he? He said, "No, I'm going to burn the whole place down. If you do it, I'm going to tell." What is it? It's like, what is really going on, Marceau?
Why do you think he reacted that way?
Crying. Tisha, it breaks my heart because
it breaks my heart.
I can't stand I can't. But she is hurt. I mean, she's tired of hearing about her husband cheating, which is why I'm like, then why are you on the show?
Kiki claims that her DUI wasn't really a DUI.
Yes, it said she was dropped. That's what I was showing y'all. I guess I'll show that now.
Because she said that she
because somebody said when you're in the hospital discharged with papers, then you show them that and it'll be dismissed. And she said, I did show them that, which is why the charges were dropped. She was saying it was some kind of medication she was on from the hospital.
That she had COVID.
Yeah.
She had COVID. She was having anxiety attacks. And they gave her something for her anxiety. And it's so crazy. When I had read that, I remember thinking, that's when my mother found out she had COVID. Within 10 minutes, she was having an anxiety attack. It was so bad, we had to call an ambulance. Because people all, you think COVID and death. So it's for some people that may not sound plausible.
Yeah,
But as
it can
soon as she
happen.
said that, I could relate because as soon as my mother knew, I'm telling you, within 10 minutes, she couldn't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was closing in on her, and we don't want to get sick. So we
No.
just had to call the ambulance. And when they got there, thank God we did because her oxygen was low.
Oh, Rip, see, and so I don't know. So since we should we just do the mugshot stuff now? Since we don't talk about Kiki, I feel bad.
Yeah, let's do.
I feel like we need to do
Said she's going
everybody.
in jail for an hour.
So
Just
Kiki has a mugshot.
Oh yeah.
Marceau has one.
What was he arrested for? Because his isn't.
Oh, that's everybody.
Put that back up.
Because one of the things that I tripped off of is Tisha's isn't there. There's an arrest record, but there's no mugshot picture of her.
So
now, I was in 2009.
Why wouldn't there be a mugshot picture? Can an attorney like pay more to have that blocked or something? I thought that was interesting that she doesn't have.
Maybe she wasn't in there, but she was booked.
She was released within an hour.
So when did they take your mugshot? I've never been. You know, when I was in these groups and people's like, "This is nothing. Everybody's been arrested," and I'm like, "Have they?"
I've never been arrested.
I have.
You have
PTSD.
But mine was really because of a juvenile. Something happened in my juvenile when I I threw a party. I threw a party when my parents was out of town. House party, night.
Did you really?
Anyway, and because these wannabe thugs, it spilled outside. Somebody shot up in the air. Police was called. When they got there, they gave me a ticket for disorderly. It wasn't disorderly. Having an unauthorized party. It was stupid stuff.
What?
Yeah, so this happened in like October or November of 91.
That's what I said.
I turned 18 January 1st of 92. I was supposed to appear in court. It was like March or something. And I went to court and I had to pay this fine, which had to be paid by July.
And you didn't pay it?
Or August. I could be off by the dates, but the times are really important because what had happened was when she laughing because her husband used to go to them parties. While she's sitting up, he know. So anyway, whatever the last court date was, I didn't show up, and it was because I was away at school. So when I came home my freshman year on Christmas Eve or 2 days before Christmas, it was like a day or two before Christmas. And they do that on purpose because you want your people out at Christmas time.
So they knew, right.
I hadn't even, just to kind of show you how late it was when I got home, or how close it was to Christmas, I didn't even have my luggage because they had lost my luggage on my flight.
Right.
First time and last time they have had. But anyway, they knocked at the door. I got it. They said that there was a warrant out for my arrest, and they arrested me.
Wow.
And driving.
What? Do you have?
And it was like half of it I had taken care of. Girl, I forgot about the driving without a driver's license because all of this.
Oh my God! Joy is our resident thug. Okay,
I did get my license before I had to go to court. I had a couple of things going on with me.
So do you have a mugshot, Joy, pre-page D?
We need to end this conversation.
They did not take a mugshot, nor did they take my fingerprint.
So that's why Tish may not have one, is because she got it settled before. Latoya was saying it's a government something. Where is that? About a government operation. What do you talking about? Lisa thinks that she got it expunged.
That's kind of what I'm wondering.
I mean, that's smart.
I mean, you should. We plead the fifth.
Right.
A warrant.
She knows.
They had a warrant for you. How y'all know all these terms? I don't know about this group anymore. But anyway,
magic in the
let's get back to Marceau because I missed
it. Was so embarrassing. They put me in a cell with men and women.
No.
And this one dude had the nerve to be trying to talk to me. I would never get there. I was like, dude, if you don't get the entire
away
from me.
He knew you threw the best parties, Joy. He like, I need to hook up.
They misbehaving.
Um,
Goodness.
Tisha tried to get hers expunged, and that's why it's not there. All right, so
It might
people
be.
know
I
how
mean,
it works.
if I had what I had, $2 to put together, I would too.
So I was on one night, Callie, when I was like, Tish been stealing before she started stealing
Yes,
from me.
child.
I said, I
Y'all
bet
don't remember when Melanie got into it?
No, I don't remember
Melanie
that.
had got into it with y'all don't remember when Melanie had that party when she originally launched that first set of skincare lines.
Uh-huh.
And when Tish was escorted out by
the security
guard,
RoboCop.
Melanie said, now this is to me fun shade, because you don't forget this.
Mm-hmm.
Melanie said, that girl right there, something, she was like, you used to the handcuffs. Something she said.
Yeah, she said, you done seen that uniform before.
Yeah, you done seen that uniform before.
So everybody
I didn't even notice that was said.
And y'all remember Kiki had did like a little message on Instagram saying they
sure
talking about me, but there's people in my family who steal.
Yeah.
He didn't say who it was.
Yeah.
So I was thinking it was Wanda J. Blige, but it was Tisha.
She posted that on social media. That was when that was when I could almost tell you it was like the first episode, right after the first episode when she was trying to explain herself. To me, that's how you know. But I will say this about Kiki. And this is what irritates. She seems to be really normal. I mean,
she is.
I mean, like a reasonable person.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, not normal. Reasonable. But for some reason, this very reasonable person that is a professor of English at the Alabama
State. That's right. At the
University,
State. But yeah,
don't understand that she was being used. I don't understand how
she doesn't think she's being used still to this day.
That even if your cousin did you wrong, you have unless you're admitting that this is payback, I can at least respect that. I can't respect the dumb act she's playing.
Okay, but I have a question. Did Wanda and Tish steal shoes that came in a box?
In a box?
Does anybody know? Because you can't trust somebody who don't buy shoes, but can you trust somebody who steals shoes that don't come in a box? That's the question, Wanda. Get Wanda, come on here. What's your friend name? Tell her come on here. Anyway, so let's go back to the note. Sorry, y'all. And look, Lisa, you said something about Black Titanic. I need to look that up. Can you tell me what that is again? Because I want to see what you're talking about. Anyway.
I saw that. I don't know what that
is. So Marceau seems very upset. Tish starts crying, and you're not talking about my marriage.
I believe every word that she said out of her mouth. Did y'all hear what Tisha was screaming though?
I couldn't understand.
She was saying, you came to me and told me that you thought the Holts were going to come after my marriage.
I heard her say that.
And then you going to turn around and sit up there with a woman that you yourself. I felt every word.
But I'm going to tell you why Kiki said that to her.
I felt every word that Tisha said.
Because Tish, for 2-3 seasons, went after the Holtz marriage. So Kiki said, listen, Linda.
It ain't no 2-3 seasons. All of season 1. And most of
season 2.
Right. Right there.
So that's why to me she shouldn't have been.
That's why Kiki was like, listen.
I wish that she would admit that too.
Yeah.
Did we say this before? I really wish. I think all of this would go away if Tish could put her tail between her legs and admit that.
Yeah.
That I got it. Because if y'all think about it, we know a lot now. If the dynamic makes sense. Although they were thrown off by Melanie bringing her infidelity to the show, Mel had asked them not to. And if you go to even the first episode when she was talking about respectable cheating, when they were sitting around that table, Maurice, when she mentioned that Maurice and Kimmy in the confessional was like this.
Oh, like that.
Like they were shocked that she mentioned it because she asked them not to. And the thing that I like about Kimmy and Maurice is that they at least respected that. They tried to stay out of it as much as possible and tried to be encouraging. And they allowed Melanie the hopes to have their own storyline. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I wish the women would have done, because they could have been more of an uplifting situation. And the guys, instead of laughing at him, since they know what's going on, could have
They knew it.
possibly helped guiding him
That
instead
I
of
agree.
laughing at him. You know what I'm saying?
But Tish seemed to get pleasure. Like if you go back and
She
watch
did. I don't think that
her
she got
I
face,
mean,
pleasure.
that's a great word. I agree.
it was
Pleasure,
like she was
100%.
getting joy, Dr. Joy, out of it.
Yes.
Like she
She was
really was.
pre-PhD and up in
She
there.
was
She was
tripping.
happy.
I mean, I can't defend that. I don't think,
So that's why she
looking
shouldn't be so
back
quick to
on
cry
it,
now.
I don't think that she got joy from it, but I think that Tish is the type of person that gets wrapped up in her feelings. And when she does, she can't see straight. And because Melanie checked her or tried, because Melanie, I'll even give Melanie this. Melody this.
Thank you.
Melody, I don't even think she knew the extent of what was going on until they started filming the second half of the first season. But Melanie was still helping her.
She was.
That even because I know she had to be hurt in retrospect watching that first, because remember they had all of season. Okay, so if y'all didn't know, season 1 was cut in 2 halves. When Oprah initially, or the OWN network, only originally ordered like 9 or 10 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and the show was a hit, so they ordered some more. So if you, maybe they ordered 7. So if you're watching the first season old, if you notice, the first half is kind of sweet. The second half it gets toxic.
It's got, yeah.
That's because they actually saw
what
the
was
first. They actually got to see all of those episodes.
'Cause,
So
yeah.
Melanie, and so when Tish and Marceau was sitting up there, and Tish was saying, "I heard he got a boo thing. The perfect couple
Mhm.
ain't so perfect." She would hear that,
That's
but
when
she was
first heard
trying.
it.
Yeah, and so I can imagine that would hurt her feelings,
Because
because
she was helping her with
even
her
if they weren't
blueprint,
talking,
everything.
because
Mhm.
according to her, and I kind of believe that this is a pattern for her.
Who, Tish?
Yes, because I mean, not Tish, Melanie. When Melanie is going through something, she retreats. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
that
I
too.
got you.
Yeah, she did say that. Too.
So if in retrospect, I wish that she is being a bad friend, but she's just not conscious of it. For her, this is in her protective mode. We know that the Holts weren't together, so
Mhm.
she wasn't talking to her. Once the show got green light and they start filming, they were forced back together.
Mhm.
So I could see why Tish was feeling offended too. It kind of explains the first season.
But I don't understand,
But I
because
don't think
she's
she had
helping you
any
build your
right
brand.
at all to tell her. And what I
Yeah.
mean by that is, we can't play buddy because I ain't talked to you in months.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
but
Tisha
do you not have friends
having
that you don't talk to for a little while, and I still ain't like, girl, do you not like me? Or maybe I'm just
Right.
Well,
Because
she said she went from talking to her every day to not at all.
okay, but if you're friends,
But
It's going
still,
through. I get
when you
that.
pick back
Yeah.
up, it's
I
like
agree.
nothing
She
ever
don't have,
happened.
and she don't have the communication skills.
Well, yeah,
that's it. That part
She
right
don't
there.
have the communication skills
that's true.
or even the cognitive skills.
The rationale. Yeah, she
don't to be able to say, girl, and let's also say this: Mel don't either. Mel don't have a good, because Mel ain't the kind of type that would be humble enough to say, I had, she starts this old mumble jumble. I'm protecting myself, and that. No, this is the reality. I needed to sulk by myself.
yeah.
And I needed some time by myself. I needed to figure out what I was gonna do, how I was gonna move. I had no clue.
That though.
I never seen Melanie. Everything she says is mumbo jumbo.
No, she said that
at
the reunion. She was like,
said
after we wrap up, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And I have to kind of like get away from it and sit and have moments with myself. She said
no, she did. I'm talking about to Tisha.
Oh. Well, why does she owe that to Tisha though?
Huh?
Why does she owe that to her? But okay,
I don't think that she owed it. I just think that once they started filming, you kind of have a conversation. Like, a lot is happening. Y'all done went from being separate, we not talking, to now we got to be together. ever so often to film this show like we buddy buddy. So I feel some type of way about talking to you about me or just personal stuff. So it seems fake because we ain't talked in ever so. They said allegedly Melanie and they were separated for 6 months
Yeah,
before they got greenlit for this show.
for the
And
next
once
show.
the show got the green light, they decided to get back together, confusing all of them. And now we got to film together like we friends. It also shows why Kimmy and them was saying she fake, she bougie, because she had stepped away from them completely, although her life was still going.
It was, yeah.
You understand what
That
I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
So they were no longer a priority, so they were feeling some type of way. I mean, y'all, we women, although we ain't these weirdo young people today, that their friendships sound
That's
weird
crazy.
to me.
Yeah.
But we do have feelings, and if you have your best friend who you used to talk to every day, and then they just go away, and without explanation, you just supposed to take it because she's going through something. That don't mean that you don't feel it.
But don't you still take on the thing of like, my friend was hurting, so maybe I wasn't
You
the priority
should.
at that
And
time.
you should definitely give them grace.
Right.
Hands down. You
Yeah.
give
So
people like that grace. But let's be honest, Melanie is not giving what's her name, Grace? They're not graceful women, in my opinion.
oh
Destiny,
None
no.
of them
Destiny.
are.
All right. So Miss Gucci said that Tish also said, Kiki, you know what I went through in the past 5 years of my marriage. So obviously they had some problems previously.
Yeah.
So who's trying to destroy her marriage? So that's a question that I have. And I left this up here because I didn't want to forget my question. Can we destroy someone's marriage, or can the two people in the marriage destroy it? Or is it a combination of both?
On TV, it's definitely a common. It magnifies it tenfold, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine a couple that's a little tense, it's a little thing going on, and one becomes more famous than the other, or one pops off? You feel things. Think about Nene and Greg, for example. Greg, I mean, not to go on a tantrum, had been supporting her for a decade. He said he used to send her out to LA when that girl probably had no chance of walking on being an extra on the show. And he went from being a breadwinner to Nene being a breadwinner and Nene having a big head about it.
Right.
So he had to step away. He was ticked off. People feel things.
Okay, so let's see.
So I can
single
see,
mother.
my point is, if there was ever something in a marriage that's even remotely an issue, it can be
magnified
to a point where it just breaks you.
That's why so many marriages and reality TV, they don't make it. So that people say when you're a single mother trying to start businesses, people talk about your husband. She's not fake. They got husbands, and she got messy people finding any reason to put her down. Latoria feels like not two people, and no two people in the marriage are the only people who can destroy it. You have to ignore it. But it's easier said than done, I feel like.
It's definitely
because Tisha can't ignore it. She can't.
Tish cannot. Even though she says she doesn't read the comments and all that, she does.
Yeah.
She doesn't respond a whole lot though.
But she reads, you can tell
because
by some of the stuff she says, she catches herself.
And she doesn't want to talk about stuff on social media. I kind of agree with that.
I agree with that too.
I look, I like the interaction in the groups. That's why the groups have grown so crazy. But it's something that seems almost dirty about bringing what we're talking about, because I'm somebody who y'all don't know. Just imagine if I put what I heard, I mean what I think, 100% on social media, and it's
they in those groups. Story. I was telling that to Toria because she was kind of getting into it with somebody that's on the cast member or whatever, and I was like, I don't think they need to be in those groups. Yeah. Like, you should not be in those groups, because when people say that stuff about you, why do you want to see that? I don't understand why they're in those groups.
Well, I agree with that, but they also signed up for the show. And the show, when you think about reality TV, has been around for 20 years now. They know what they're walking into. So I don't know that should be. Well, I don't know that should be an issue anymore. You should almost expect people to talk about you. They want us to talk about them. Now, I think we should be really cautious about what we say, Like when one of the blogs was putting the tax information out there about Marsal, and Marsal came back and said, "Why don't you just go drink the pee and all that stuff?" I think we might want to be a little bit more careful with what we put out there, but they
Right.
shouldn't be surprised that we talk about them. That
No,
they signed up for.
I mean, talking about them isn't an issue. But here's a question, and maybe you all can help me. Have y'all ever watched a reality show with this many people of the cast in groups?
No.
Like
Nope.
Facebook. I
Never.
ain't talking about on social media. I think everybody has social media
Like
accounts.
their own personal Instagram, their
Yeah,
own
our
personal
personal Instagram, our own personal Facebook.
Mhm.
I'm talking about inside of a group. I've just
inside. I
never
don't like it.
the interaction, which I enjoy every once in a while. I'm not gonna lie, but sometimes it gets ugly. Or
It
their
does.
family. Think about how much is going on with Tisha's mother, although she's a part of the show,
Yeah.
or more so in them brother, or like I've just never
I mean, the
seen
mamas,
this
the
kind of
brothers, the
stuff before.
cousins, the entire families are in these groups. I don't
And
understand.
they probably always have been. It's just now they're admitting that I am Marsal. Whereas before, Marsal might have been on there under the name of Tommy Johnson or something. A lot
I
of
don't
fake
know.
IDs.
And
Even
maybe,
like the,
you know what, Callie, you're probably right about that.
Yeah, that's
That may
probably
be
true,
the
Kelly.
difference is that they're out as themselves.
Right, they're admitting who they are. Yeah.
all right, so where we at, y'all? I'm sorry, we done went off on a tangent.
Kimmy,
Go ahead.
I was just thinking about Kimmy talking to Destiny about her and Melly's friendship, and then Melody talking to Kimmy about the friendship.
But before we go to that, I want to talk about Wanda.
Okay.
That's the thing. Stopping the talking about don't act like this at my thing.
Yeah, that was interesting.
At my event. But she
at your what?
Event. But she
I wish somebody would say it the way they say
I
it.
can't say it like them, but she is a wrecking ball at other people's event. How dare she? What do y'all feel about this? How can she tell somebody?
It was funny. I thought it was fun irony.
It was
especially
very
when she corrected Tisha. Even when Tisha said, "Well, she started." If she, Wanda said, "Well, it doesn't matter who started it. It shouldn't be how you like my food." I don't know.
And did anybody like her food? Because somebody said they didn't say they liked it.
No, they all said they did.
Okay, I didn't pick up it. I thought they said they did.
When somebody said that on social, I was
I thought they liked it.
I said it's your door. You ain't see my response. I said it's your DVR. Shut up.
From Seattle. Yeah, there's Colin. Don't we have Colin out there?
Oh shoot, I didn't do it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry, y'all. At Huntsville, I be all in, so I just forget. Okay, where we at? Okay, so Callie, you was talking about Kim and Destiny filming together.
Yeah. So the whole friendship thing. And Melody said, if I care about somebody, I'm gonna always check on them. That's just my nature. It's not because I miss you and want to be with you. I care about people. And
I'm thinking it's fake.
You think Melody's fake?
I'm the same way. Like
I think
but
it's
here's
fake.
something.
Because ain't no way we gonna have an argument and I keep checking in with you. Like, cause she did that with Stormy. Cause because what we saw was
to the back.
One of the comments that Melody made when she was talking to Kim, Melody said some things she wants to go through alone. That was one of her reasons for not reaching out to Destiny more. And I'm assuming one of the things she was talking about is when Destiny went through her divorce and didn't tell Mel, right? And is that what y'all understood,
right,
Melody? Okay.
But I think it was so different.
What do you mean?
Because when she got a divorce, she didn't even know she was a divorce. She got according to that live that she did a while ago.
Do you believe this? Go ahead.
Oh, I believe it. I mean, it's court record. You can Google it.
Okay, but
she didn't
know there was no problems going on.
No woman is going to admit that. What woman is going to tell you?
He knew they had problems.
Here's what
he didn't know he was going to serve.
No. I'm not talking about that. She said that when she got a divorce, he expedited the divorce, sent her the whatever they did, and she was supposed to take it to her own lawyer. She filled it out and handed it to him. She said she didn't think that he was going to go through with it. I'm not saying that
I remember that.
I'm not saying that. I can't really say that because you kind of think that this was an ongoing thing. I mean, they were having problems
They had to
when we
be.
saw on the show and how they were in therapy. So in her head, now he ain't gonna go this far. I could see
No.
that.
I can see
It's
that too.
possible. I
Okay.
ain't saying it
But
reality.
just
So you gonna fill out the
But
papers
my
though?
point is,
Mm-mm.
when she went to a lawyer, I'll stop there. I'm sorry. When she went to the lawyer told her she was already divorced.
okay, so one of the things that Melody said is that she wants to go through things alone. When Destiny told Melody that, hey, I'm divorced, and Melody was like, oh my God, why didn't you tell me? Blah, 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 right? Did y'all get the impression that Melody was hearing about all these problems for the first time? Is that how y'all took it?
No.
Okay. What about you,
It
Monty?
seemed like she was shocked that it went
That's what
to
I
that
thought
level.
too. That's what I thought too. And so,
Yeah.
but on Destiny's Live today, when the girl said, you know, the girl was asking her, how do you feel about you and Mel? And why wasn't she there through your divorce or something like that? Destiny was really quick to correct her and say, no, that's what everybody thinks, but that's not the case. Destiny said, Mel was with me step by step when I was going through marital problems and going through divorce.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
she said the only thing Melody didn't know was the exact time I signed the divorce.
Yeah, and she right.
Right.
No,
right.
but
But
it was
I
fine.
was under the impression that, you know, Destiny was doing all that alone and didn't tell nobody until bam, we right here in front of the camera. So that
No.
shocked me to hear
So
that.
she was just shocked the divorce was finalized.
Yeah.
She just
But
didn't know it was.
when you
Yeah,
have a
that's why I
kid,
said. Yeah.
I have a question though. If you have children, maybe it's just in Tennessee, but your divorce isn't final immediately. It takes like a year because you have to go through like a parenting plan. No?
No, it wasn't even like that. He asked for full custody. He asked for a whole host of things.
So why did she sign that?
And what she did was fill it out and
I don't Joy.
she was supposed to go to a lawyer. And
Why
she
would
didn't. And something must have
3 weeks,
happened.
3 weeks in, she didn't think it was going to go through with it. That's what I think.
Let me say this. One of the things that she wasn't specific about was how long of a period of time between her handing him those papers or filling out those papers or getting them and when she actually went to a lawyer. So it could have been months because she said the day that when they got divorced, they were still living together. And her son was still nursing.
Right.
So he had full custody.
Yeah, she did say that.
This is crazy. I just don't understand how as a woman.
I don't think she's lying.
But I just understand her rationale of why you fill out these papers and give them to him, even if you think he playing.
But she didn't think he was serious.
Even if you think somebody playing.
I understand her.
I do not. Maybe, I'm not gonna let nobody have control over my child.
She got an itty bitty baby. They've been fighting. That's what was weird. This wasn't a relationship where she just inadvertently got pregnant. They had been. They had done IVF and everything. She said they were about to start the second round when she found out she was pregnant.
Oh, so we got all kind of people in the background.
And she didn't. Okay.
All right.
That's
okay. So oh Lord Jesus, this is crazy. So Mel talks to Kimmy. Destiny talked to Kimmy, and she was saying, does she seem more hurt about her losing Mel than her husband?
Well, she talks about Mel more. Her husband's not on the show.
But she don't even seem like she's even like she's like it's like me and Mel we're not friends anymore, and I
think that she didn't. I think that Destiny may have bounced around a lot. That's what it might be. I don't know. But I do.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, we got like 50.
Do you mean like location to location, bounce around?
She was living in Nashville. I think she used to live in Huntsville, but I don't think this. And she lived in. I think she may have been in a lot of places. Baltimore, remember all of them?
Yeah, Detroit. I beat your butt in Detroit, Nashville, Baltimore.
And I'm wondering, maybe that's why her support isn't the way that she'd like,
because she's moved somewhere where she doesn't know people.
Don't have a whole lot of family on seem like because her somebody else raised her.
I don't know. So I don't know who Alec is. So Alec, we gonna let you in real quick and see what you got.
Her aunt or grandmother raised her. Remember, she was in foster
care. Hi, Alec.
I turned my camera off So, but you see, I'm a real person. Now,
Yes, I
look.
see you
Yeah, yeah,
real. I
yeah.
see you real.
Before I get started, I'm gonna be a minute because I'm gonna break a lot of stuff down.
Okay.
First, I'm gonna give my disclaimer. I happened to stumble across. I was looking for something, and your channel came up. I said, "Oh, let me follow them," and I'm digging it. But I'm way over here in Seattle,
Uh-huh.
Washington.
Uh-huh.
Um, Disclaimer: my opinion, alleged, whether it's been proven facts or not. Let me just put that because I'm not gonna be saying alleged every 5 minutes.
You ain't finna break
Um,
no news,
yeah,
right?
No,
huh?
go on, go
You're
on.
not breaking news, are you?
I'm gonna break a lot of stuff down. Okay,
Okay.
there is another YouTuber.
I'm getting the giggles.
I'm not gonna put her name out there, but oh, and before everybody hit that like button real quick, cause I just hit it. Everybody hit that like button
Thank
in here.
thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
hit the like.
There is another YouTuber who actually called Wanda. I'm not talking to one, a Color Me Pink's friend. It's
Okay.
another YouTuber. And she recorded it, and she's starting to put it up on her channel. She recorded
Oh,
that conversation, and you know it's Wanda. Okay, so
okay.
there was a fight, and folks did get touched. See, they can. You got to remember, they can only put so much stuff out there because they're recording, and it's going to be on episodes, whether we see it or they conversate about it. So she could only say so much. Now, as far as the cousin, there was two separate videos she did. The first time she went live with that crazy cousin, and he got to talking about choppers and all of that, people was in the comments dragging her. So she took that video down. The second one that I'm talking about, Wanda, came up. She trying to backtrack and clean up what she said because number one, that's a federal offense. That is a terrorist act. You better be careful when you say stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can go to jail for making those threats, whether you mean it or not. You can go to jail. So the second video is not the original video because I was on that live and I heard, and she's co-signing what the cousin is saying. She can go to jail too because you're sitting up there agreeing with it. Guilt is 9/10 of the law by association. So you're going to jail right along with him. You don't do crazy stuff like that. She did talk about that baby, and she did indicate exactly which baby she was talking about because she kept saying the last one, the last one. So we knew it was Sugar Mama she was talking about. Second, don't forget,
You went out, mama.
and he got a nickname. Martez didn't always look that good. Behind every great man, or what we present as a great man, is a strong woman. Mel took him out the gutter and cleaned him up. Okay? She did do
Facts.
that. When he failed at, when he failed out of college, she was the one that went and fixed that, helped him get through college. Okay? Because he was on this football scholarship, he was failing out. She got him back in that school and helped him complete. Now I don't know if y'all seen the video of her brother Marcus,
Mm-hmm.
where he read Martez for filth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miss
he
Bandit.
put
Yes.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this bandit. Yeah, he put all that out there. Now this YouTuber recorded Wanda. There was a fight. There was, and she verified it that it was Martell and Marsu.
What?
Yes, she told it. She
Wanda
she
did.
Yeah, we
So,
know.
want she
but no, we didn't.
listen.
So, are you
No,
saying that part that was
But I
recorded?
mean, okay, but
no,
okay,
no,
go
no.
ahead.
Just
Okay.
listen. Just listen.
Okay.
This is what happened. Okay. All we saw was Mel going live. Hey, Martell. Hey. Oh, Mel is a whole hot mess. Oh, yep, she sure is. It's Wanda. Yeah, she sure is. Blah, 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 blah. The producer said, turn your phone on because you got to go inside and record.
Joy.
Excuse me.
Joyce
Joy.
man.
Dang. Wanda wasn't supposed to be there. Destiny invited her.
Okay.
She
Oh,
wasn't
she
supposed
was
to
supposed to
film.
be there the day of the filming. Okay.
Oh,
No.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Destiny invited her. And so, excuse me, y'all.
Yes.
I'm in the car. Who does?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mel's phone gets turned off. It started inside, but the whole time what we didn't see was excuse me, Mel and her going back and forth. Mel asked Wanda, why was you talking about our children? Martez is like, say what now?
Oh Lord.
So we didn't see that part, remember, because she had to turn her phone off.
Right.
So they comes outside. Something went down between him and Marsu. They end up outside. And what had happened was Destiny locked her inside the building to keep her from acting a fool. She ran out the back door, and she was the one that tried to sneak Mel from behind. It wasn't Tisha.
Oh,
It was Wanda. It was Wanda. It was Wanda.
I knew that. If you put the pieces of videos together, you knew.
Yeah, you put it together, but she. But what I'm saying is though, she is.
I ain't sneak her from behind.
Yeah, but hold on. She said what you guys saw, but you got to hear that recording. She admitted to it, is what I'm saying, because she was up there saying that she didn't do all that and blah blah blah. Yes, you did, and then the cousin, right, and then the cousin is sitting next to her. Because Wanda tried to say that Mel approached her and she was rude and putting her finger, and the cousin goes, you a damn lie. You was being rude to that woman. You was being rude and you was being nasty. Now this is the same cousin that got the chopper in the car. See, because we was dragging them about saying that.
That's already been circulating, because I heard this conversation before.
I hadn't heard the conversation.
It's a video of him.
Yeah,
I saw that.
You're right.
Is it one? Or it's another one?
No, this is another one where she called her on the phone.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, I didn't think this is because they did an interview together.
No. Well, yeah, people are still piecing it together, but what I'm saying is Wanda verified facts of what happened. See, she got up on the live trying to clean up what was going on.
Right.
Number one, because she talked too much. And number two, she be lying. But she called this woman on the phone because Alabama is a one-party state. It don't take two people to be recorded.
Oh.
You see, so she had every right to record Wanda.
Well,
so
she was gonna sue the person because
she can't. She can't because it's a one-party state.
Oh.
So in other words, if I'm recording you right now, this is a one-party state, or you're in a one-party state, I still have the right to record you because I'm part of the conversation. But in a two-party state, it takes both people.
Right.
You see? So no, she can't sue nobody. Wanda just talking because I looked that law up. Now, Destiny. Now let's stop and think about this. Destiny. Okay. I'm a black woman. I have black sons. I got a black husband. When I told my husband when we found out we was having a son, that man's chest swelled up so big. Ain't no black man gonna neglect his said son and you right after you. No, he was questioning the paternity of that baby. That's what he was doing.
What?
And come on, listen. One of his family members, the video, the interview she did with the ladies live panel with Bondi Blue and all them.
Yeah.
Right before then, that information got put out there, how she was in the streets and this and that and the other, right? She said in that panel interview, yeah, that must be a family member. I know who that is. Some of it's true. She didn't indicate which part was true and which wasn't. But if you're putting a puzzle piece together, what man do you know?
Misbehaving.
What man do you know is going to not be proud to be having a son, and he knows that son is his in the womb? I ain't know no black man like that. My daddy, my grandpas, my uncles, my husband. My brother. I don't know no man that's not gonna be proud and know for sure that the woman that is carrying his son in the womb is not his.
Alice,
I don't think
Alice, that doesn't make sense. This is a man.
Yes, it does.
You know how easy it is to get a paternity test.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But she's telling us that he's treating her bad and all this other stuff. And right. Yes, she did. Did you?
I don't follow
that. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
I've never seen her say. Now she has said what was done to her. Now that is true.
Well, to me, I'm putting it in a nutshell. I'm not going to go over every exact thing, but in a nutshell, Okay, she's being treated poorly by her said husband,
Because he did
right?
that.
She actually hasn't
So
really. She actually hasn't.
I
She
don't know.
actually hasn't said anything specific.
Yeah, she
I
hasn't been
mean,
real negative. I
she
mean,
hasn't. So I mean, she never said that he treated her poorly. As a matter of fact, I remember her saying in one interview that she emasculated him. She said, I probably emasculated him. So you kind of think that they were probably at
I'm
a
just
tug of
saying
war for power.
that's what
But
She
I'm getting.
never,
that
That's
but
what
interview.
I'm getting.
But
see,
this
they
is
were at a
saying,
tug of
okay, so
war of
somebody's saying
power.
that it's doing,
But
what is
that's her.
OLFP?
That's
I didn't watch
her.
the
I
interview.
can't hear.
oh, she said it during the interview. She said,
I don't know.
She
She
did.
okay.
said he
Yes,
wasn't
she
helping her
did.
with the baby.
She
So, okay, so why was she
he
saying he
wasn't
wanted
helping with
the
the
male?
baby.
I mean, I
He
believe
disregarded
that.
her.
She
She had
did
to
say
take the
that.
baby with
She
just to
did.
go.
She said she
She
could take
said
him
all
to
that.
the
So
bathroom.
what man? But wait a minute. But no. But just listen. What man do you know that is going to take his child and not even take the time, okay, while the mother goes and takes a shower, gets herself together, gets ready to breastfeed, or whatever the case is, she had to take the baby in the shower with her?
But why is
That
he
don't make any
still?
sense to me.
But why does he have custody? If this isn't his child, I want you to think about that. She did also said that they have a clear custody agreement. Remember,
Well, so, but you're
initially
not
she.
saying it's not his child. You're
He
saying
was
that
just
it
saying
was
she was
alleged.
He was
Yeah.
questioning.
But
I guess what she's trying to say,
stupidity.
Joy.
I have a hard time believing that a man that has his own business and works at Boeing, and you got an infant and you're questioning its paternity, and you would
I think
actually
she's
file
trying to
for
say
a
she was being
divorce
cheated on. He was
without
being cheated on.
knowing.
Is that what you're trying to say? He was thinking
Now, if
she was
you're trying
cheating
to
on
say
him?
she cheating on them,
Listen,
then
listen.
the
That was
custody
the
part
rumor.
don't make sense.
Yeah, I get
The
that.
family member put out there how she was in the streets. And remember, she kept saying they took breaks. Well, how you take a break in your? I don't get that.
So people do think that
That's
she
what I'm
has left the impression that he is mistreating her. I don't know what happened
Okay.
to us. Latoria, are you gonna try to get on? So people do agree that with that, Joy, that she's alluding that he's a
I
bad
mean,
father.
I did
Wait, I haven't heard
find it
that.
strange about the baby part, because one of the things that she said that stood out, she said
I don't
something
know where
like
Elise went.
she said something about
Oh, there she goes.
she had to take a shower, and she actually had to take her
What's
baby
putting these quotes
in
up?
the
Callie, stop touching
bathroom.
stuff.
What I do?
Somebody put up this Cheryl's thing. I didn't do that. Go ahead.
You should. It wasn't there. It was just too long. It ain't nothing that we already knew. There is. She's just adding the angle that she thought that she was cheating. I could see that. I
Right.
could see a man doing that. But I just find a hard time believing if you got a 2-month old, you know how easy it would be to say, babe, go take a nap and swab that child
Yeah.
and find out in
People,
so many weeks if that child is yours. It's not, this ain't no man that's living paycheck to paycheck.
That baby looks exactly like him too.
he does.
If y'all
Everybody
follow
thinks
him
Destiny is a liar.
if y'all follow him on
Okay,
Instagram, he has
no,
pictures
that's
of
not
him
what I'm
as a
saying.
baby,
No.
next to
I
the
already
baby as a
right,
baby.
exactly. But what I'm saying is she's trying to make him out to be this awful man, and I just don't see it. Like you said, he's a man of many means. I think that situation happened to where they did have to get a paternity test, and that's what he did. And once he found out that that baby was his, he was cool with that because now, like you said, you can see him all on Instagram with his son and all that. LeBerick is far from a slouch by many means.
Yeah, he
I just
ain't.
don't believe
Yeah.
all of her. Right.
Because
I
I
just
mean,
don't believe all of her story.
that's what I was saying. I thought she was very even handed. In the same interview, she said he was the hardest working man she never met in her life.
Yeah.
She said
Exactly.
he gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to Boeing at
Right.
6 o'clock in the morning to do the meat for the restaurant, goes to
And then
Boeing,
go to Boeing. Right.
and
Right.
then
Right.
go back to the thing. So I thought that
Was like that
as a
family member.
woman,
He's
as
very frugal.
getting a divorce, I thought she was very even-handed.
But
I mean,
people
she
feel like
even
she makes him
admitted
look bad,
that
Joy.
but I don't think she was
I
trying to
don't.
make him look bad. They were
Yeah, I
asking
guess
her
I haven't
direct
seen it.
questions.
I think it's because she's saying she was on public assistance. People think that's making him look bad.
I
Like
mean,
he's not
oh.
a good father.
the reason that
Oh no, no, no. I don't.
the reason that she
Yeah,
was
I don't feel
in
that way.
the divorce decree when they separated, in lieu of paying child support or spousal support, he paid the house note, and she had to
He paid the
refinance.
mortgage for a year. Right,
Yeah, for a year, she had to refinance it
Yeah.
after so long. So I'm just saying, I thought she was
right,
even.
for a year.
You don't get a divorce because of
Well,
the
the reason,
person
but no, but right. But the reason why now let me just say this: there was an agreement in place. She did say that he can't talk about her, she can't about him. But I can guarantee you anything. If that
No, it's
agreement wasn't in
not.
place, she
That's
wouldn't have had a
not.
problem
That's
dragging
not
that man.
true. Look, that's not
She
true.
she
It's
said
clarified.
she
Listen,
said it
listen. I'm gonna cut you off.
She said
Listen.
she
out of
couldn't
her
do
own
it
mouth that there was an agreement.
on the
You don't
show.
let me finish.
On show. Just on
On what was made clear on Carlos King's show
Yeah.
was that she couldn't talk about him on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Well, yeah, that's now though.
But she
Right,
didn't
but
really
see,
talk about
Carlos
him on
King's
the
show
show.
ain't always been there. What I'm saying is, no, that's not what I'm saying. During the lady's interview, she said that there was an agreement in place. This was before Carlos King's show even came about. We're only what, 3 episodes or 4 episodes in on this show? That was before his show.
I
That was
think you're
before that show was, the after show was even thought about.
It's listen. It's going over your head. Listen.
I don't
She
know.
What
said
I'm
it.
saying,
No,
listen.
I don't like
Listen.
Destiny enough to know.
Just listen.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about. She just couldn't talk about him on Love and Marriage Huntsville. She could talk about him
right,
in interviews. She could talk about him on Carlos King's show. That's all because the agreement is still in place. She
right.
can't
I
talk
know.
about him on Love and Marriage Huntsville. That
Right.
was the agreement.
So in the reunion, she said there was an agreement.
She said there wasn't one, but then when she got on the panel to do the interview, that's when she said there was one, and I have to watch what I say. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, if there wasn't no agreement in place at all, I don't believe she would have a problem trying to drag him. That's what I was trying to get across.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying now?
Yes.
I got you. All right.
You're making a guess, but okay.
I think
The 47 acres. The 47.
She'll get a letter from his lawyer. Trust.
Yeah, I said alleged at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, and she even admitted too in that interview that they didn't really want her; they wanted him.
Yeah,
But she was along for the ride.
no.
I didn't want
Yeah.
No.
So
She
yeah.
said that
Or you
when
got-
they were originally supposed to sign up together. He bagged out. And he just assumed that because he
Right.
bagged out, they weren't going to be on the show. But they end up signing her as Mel's friend.
Okay. All right. So let's get off of Destiny because I don't know nothing about her. So I feel like I can't participate because I don't really follow Destiny. She doesn't I mean, oh well. Okay. What else are we talking about, y'all? It's been an hour. So what other points did y'all want to talk about? So we got to get off.
I guess I don't know how we can't mention the fact that when Wanda's and them family was together, that it sure looked like they both got something on each other.
It does. So
Kiki and I don't know what.
Mm-hmm.
It's something.
It's something.
But
I think y'all want to find out something. Find out what it is.
That's what we need to know. Do y'all feel like Marceau goes toward react to women different than men? That was something that people were saying.
Oh yeah,
like with Kiki, he was like, "I'm gonna burn this down. Do it." And he was yelling. But when it got to her husband, he walked over like, "Come on, man. You know this ain't how it's supposed to be."
But I agree.
But he did.
Can we talk about what Marceau whispered to him? I believe every word. All of this was a plan. I do
what
believe
Marceau whispered to him. What did Marceau whisper?
He whispered, "Come on, man. All of this." It was something like the whole thing is for us to come over here and spread each other's whatever. This was the plan. They want to see this happen. We can't do this. In other words, Talk to your wife, calm her down. I don't want to lay her off. He literally was saying this was a plan. We ain't got to make that kind of TV. I can't remember exactly what he said
that on the show.
but he and they actually showed that.
Oh, God.
I can't remember. This is me kind of, I can't remember exactly the words he used, but that's what I got from it. He was like, come on, man, we can't do this because this is what they want us to do. They want us to
thought he was saying that he didn't want, I think he was trying to say that Mel was using them when he was saying that.
Well, I don't think, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he was. But I mean, I'm essentially saying that. But it's just like, we can't, in other words, I don't want to, if she does this, I'm going to be forced to do this. I don't want to do this. We ain't got to make that.
So what is this though, Joy? Huh? Is this saying what he's done wrong? What is this? Okay, so
what? Girl, that is the $1 million question.
Okay, so what is this?
Y'all out there that's listening, like real. Can you all tell me what you think it is? I'm taking right or wrong. We all don't know the answer, so we just taking any kind of answer.
Idea.
What do you think it is that Kiki could possibly not want out there? Because Marceau was so ready, and Kiki, she bagged back and he bagged back. Both of them got something that's terrible, and I just don't know what either of them are.
Yeah, that's what he said. It was more
would
like,
we be shocked if he said, you had a whole girlfriend? Would we be shocked? Because it don't seem like it. Because Tisha was like, lay it out there, lay it all out there.
Well, and we saw the rumor about the nephew being not really the nephew.
I don't think that's true, though.
I don't think it's true either, but that would be juicy, I guess.
That Marceau has a son by somebody in her family.
By Tisha's cousin.
He has to be able to, his riff told that he was guilty of something. We just don't know what it is.
But the whole family knows, because when Kiki was about to say it, they were all like, no. Somebody kicked her under the table. I don't care what nobody say, because what was it beside her? She looked at her like, did you just kick me? I think it's Kiki's sister.
But it's got, it better be juicy when it get out there. Because I thought somebody said, I didn't see this interview, but people keep saying that Kiki said her secret comes out this season.
It's going to come out. And she already has.
Did you hear that?
I heard it's on her Instagram live. I might can find it. She said it's going to come out, and she always has a plan on how to make it like a lesson
I remember
for other people.
Saying that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what could it have possibly been?
So that, I don't know. But
I didn't really like the way Marceau was talking to my boo thing, Bernard. That's all.
Let me show your boo thing.
Girl, he comes out Bernard. He told him to get the F away. I'm sick of you. He went off on Bernard.
Did I download that picture? Because I had it.
I was like,
and Bernard was left like, who is this dude?
He was like, if you don't leave me the F alone.
Yeah.
So, okay, so let me see. I'm going to look through my notes, make sure we cover everything. But I just feel like when they say, you're trying to take over my marriage, I feel like her family does more damage than anybody. Her mama.
I'm so glad Marceau told her that. That's why I like Tisha. I'm starting to. I could stand her the first couple seasons. I ain't gonna even lie. But she has a little naivete, whatever the word is. That I got friends like her. I'd be tickled sitting with her. I'd be like, girl, you just can't believe that. I'm on the show.
Bernard said I beg to differ. I'm not naive. I'm not stupid. I beg to differ.
I like it's something about Tisha that I still like. She probably real fun because she don't really think when she speaks.
Oh God, Jesus.
So you know how much fun it is to have a person to be your inner, what do you call them things that be sitting on your shoulder when you got the
devil and the angel. Honey, I want her to be
like she'll be a lot of fun.
I don't know.
She's not uptight.
Oh, y'all want to show their little drop it? So this is Tisha and Marceau.
Well, everybody was showing they behind. But I thought that was cute because apparently she did something and her friend said, do it again.
Do it again.
And so she was dancing. She wasn't even dancing like, I don't know what she did before. And Marceau was laying down and he rolled over
Yeah.
and did that.
And then that's.
And I thought when this was first presented in the groups, this is a true story. They said that was Ariane.
And it looked like Ariane from the back, not the
And
butt part, just the
and
hair.
they, because it wasn't Melanie. So for like a couple of days, I don't know, say days, a while, I saw the picture enough to think it was her. And a couple of days later, or a day later, I don't know, time, I don't know. Anyway, I saw with Melanie's name at the top, and I was like, why would Melanie be posting a picture of Ariane?
No, that's Miss Mel. She did a video.
Girl,
She's on a vacation.
Right. I
And
can't
she's
believe
having a great
Melanie
time.
would do that.
But I was shocked at that bathing suit. She had a couple of bathing suits on. Okay, so people, I want to get these comments a little bit. Yeah, we showed the DUI stuff. Hell, you missed it. We showed everybody's mugshot. And we showed all of that, honey. We was equal opportunity. So Latoya said she was glad Kiki husband stepped in because Marceau, he does too much. And I feel like even with like Mel and stuff, he'll kind of go at them, but when Martell says something, he like backs up. Like he doesn't confront men like women, and I don't know about that. Somebody said Tish is clueless and Marceau makes her look stupid. I agree with that. I agree with that, and I feel like he hurts their marriage a lot, in my opinion.
I think that Marceau thinks, I'm telling you, I think he thinks he's being funny and clever. I don't think he's being harmful. I think the day when they were sitting in a car, I'm be honest, I felt like he kind of got it. But at the beginning of the season, I think he was already remorseful because before we even saw episode, Marceau stated that we were gonna hate him this year.
We was gonna hate him.
So he's conscious of the fact that he's been a butthole.
But he was a butthole when he told Tisha to not ask him insulting questions like,
that's what I want to talk about, Kelly.
Over to Melodies. It's
he
like,
said, let me find it. Go ahead.
And she just looks at him like, what? When have I ever asked
like misbehaving?
Where's misbehaving?
You see misbehaving comment?
Yeah, yeah.
So I ain't far off. I told y'all what.
Oh, she's dating the college girls.
Okay, I said student. I ain't say who. Was it a video involved?
So how's that a learning moment though? How we gonna learn how to scissor? Like what are we learning from her?
Is misbehaving saying Kiki was dating college girls?
Yeah,
misbehaving. We reword that because I'm thinking.
Is that what she's saying?
Soft porn.
Okay. What?
Marceau,
college girls?
Even said Marceau messed with all the women in the family. I didn't hear him say that. Oh, you talking about like attitude wise? Yes, I agree with that.
Wait a minute.
Now I'm over here. Okay, but let's get back to your comment. I'm over here. I can't think. What you say, Callie?
You talk about misbehaving. Put it up there again. I misbehaving. You ain't listening. You weren't listening earlier because I said I've been putting context clues together, and based off of what Kiki said, that this was devastating. Marceau saying that everybody in Huntsville saw it, and we knew she wasn't a professor. And there were a couple other things that I can't remember off the top of my head because it was like 5 or 6 context clues. I said I got a feeling it's related to her job, and I'm thinking it's a video or audio or text messages, and it's something that you can see. Marceau's words were he said everybody in Huntsville saw it. So it's something that you can look at.
Y'all, I'm over here shooketh, and y'all know I'm get shooketh easy.
I can tell you that I listen to context clues. I tell my students that too all the time.
But you don't listen to them when Wanda saying, but we ain't gonna go back on that.
I do listen to her. Y'all just don't get country conversation. I really do listen to what Wanda says. I'm telling you, you may not appreciate it, but when Wanda talked, it was so funny. I said, if you listen to what she said so and so. And when Sarita came on here, she said the almost identical thing. I said, it's got to be I speak Southern, I speak Alabama.
Well, I do too, but I also speak.
I ain't saying that she right.
So that's not something that they would have to tell. I agree.
Right.
I mean, and I feel like that would have been good for the show. So why did they hold the show?
What if it was somebody that somebody was related to, though?
Like oh.
You mean
It
if the
could have
student
been.
was
It
somebody
could be
that
all of
related to?
those things. But that's a good point, Latoria. She says that why would she have to tell? Why would they have to tell the Holtz? Because remember, it has with the Holtz being around, so it has to
Where you
connect
looking at?
them in some kind of. It has to
Let me
be able
tell
to
him.
hurt them
Come on.
according to his justification in some kind of way.
Can you be good?
So
I nailed y'all. Okay. Woo.
what if
Okay,
it
let's go
was?
back. Stop. You don't get whooping. Oh Lord.
I know somebody who worked there right now. That got me thinking. I could call them.
We need to find out.
Exactly,
I'm
Joy.
finna text
You got
them
But
right
wouldn't you think that would have been out by now?
now.
But couldn't we have found that out? Sorry.
Well, somebody got to be willing to talk.
Well, I will pay y'all to talk. Look, I ain't got that much, but I got enough.
I'm
Come on.
gonna ask them.
Who's at the door tinking? Who is it? Don't get
All right, y'all.
Anyway, let's go to Callie's thing and then we can leave.
What thing?
What if your husband said to you, "You can ask me anything you want, as long as it's not disrespectful"?
Oh yeah. And what if I said to you that was disrespectful? Well, like
And
when
she
you asked me if
looked
I
at
took
him
stuff to
like-
Melody. But do you think? I mean, okay, so he's so obvious with his questions. He's trying to get something over somebody's head. It's really obvious to us on the outside looking in. But do you think it's obvious to Tisha, or is she really just like, oh, I shouldn't ask you that kind of question and think nothing wrong with it?
But she looks at him like she's confused.
Who?
Tish, when he
Tisha.
says stuff like that, she looks at him like,
I think they both playing for the cameras at times,
"What is
and
it,
I
George?"
think that I do. I think that I think they think this is all funny until it's not.
Well, but she cries too much for me to believe that.
No, until it's not.
What I miss?
I said until it's not.
But she
But maybe
cries
it
all the
wasn't- okay,
time.
if it's on the
when is,
local news,
until?
I don't think Joy thinks it was on the news. She thinks it might have been a text or something like that. Because if it's on the news, the host would know. We would know.
We would be able to find it.
Yeah.
I think it's like, hood gossip. When a professor, if
We
I'm
understand
here,
country.
again, we are just guessing here and
Right,
talking
it's on the
outside
thing.
our necks. But if a professor gets in trouble, they're not going to advertise that professor leaves quietly
Right.
and moves on. I mean,
why-
these
I
are
don't see-
Why
adults.
would that affect Martell and them? I don't.
Unless it was somebody in their family. But
It could have been
still.
somebody in their family.
But
There
still,
is.
why would Mel still invite Kiki to stuff?
Yeah.
Kiki shows proof.
That's a good question.
That's
Good
a good
question.
question.
Because
Because
Melody said we're still
Dang.
talk. We're friends.
We just throwing out theories, but yeah, my little brain just be thinking. I told you I
Okay.
think about this show way.
All right,
more
let's
than the
see anything
person
else.
should.
Let me see. I gotta look at my notes. Martell and Melnika. I like Melnika for him.
Who?
Do y'all like Melnika for Not as
Oh,
a
yeah.
girlfriend, but as a manager.
She's a really good manager.
Why were there so many different posts on Facebook that her Gucci belt was turned
I
upside
gotta.
down?
Y'all want to see?
Did y'all see that? I would not have
And
even
then
noticed
people was
that.
complaining, talking about Martell don't have his
Shirt buttoned up.
upside down, or is it the
His
camera?
shirt was unbuttoned. Her hair
It's
was
upside
cute
down.
this week. I like her hair.
Because Candace wear hers all the time, and it'd be the right G's.
Okay.
So yeah,
Maybe she just put it on right before she walked.
she probably
out.
put it on in the mirror. And in the mirror, it may look right. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have a Gucci belt, so if somebody wants to buy me one, I would practice.
So was Whitlow offended that what's her name? Tiffany? Was she really offended that the husband didn't say how'd your trip go? What was that?
She had on a
mean,
lab
she
coat.
said, why didn't you ask me?
How long y'all been gone?
And why did she
didn't you
have on
ask
this
me?
lab
I
coat?
thought you would have brought it up. I mean,
Girl, I don't know why. Was that a lab coat or was
It
that
looked like a straight. Is she
Yeah.
a lab? Is she a
she
scientist?
said a lab coat. I can't.
What you call it?
she
It
a
was
lab-
a blue lab coat. Yeah.
she
It was a lab coat. I don't know. She dressed like one. I don't understand her wardrobe, and I don't talk about people because people talk about my Giselle, and it makes me upset. But I can't
What
ever
about
talk
the
about her
preview
necklace
though
set.
of what's his name? Lewis and the bottle conversation. They got the room jumping. Did y'all see the preview? He said, "Give me the bottle, spread them open," and the girls was like, "Ah," like Prince or something
What?
said something.
Girl,
The
he could be,
preview.
creative editing. Girl, he could have been repeating what he
I
saw in the
know.
movie.
I know that
We
too.
don't never know.
We
Yeah,
don't.
I
I
didn't
don't
see
think
that
any
part.
of those guys are
You
gonna
didn't see that
cry
part,
for the
Monty?
camera.
Uh-uh.
I heard about it because people
It's
talking about
put
it.
it this
in
way,
the
it's not safe for work.
So he showed the. Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, at Martell's trip, the one where he's putting
So
everybody
okay,
on
that's
the
another
blast
thing.
that
Why
gonna be
are they
busted.
doing this, Atlanta? Do you think it was wrong for Martell to? This her lab coat. I had to show it. That's right.
Well, what is her the business that she's running? Is she a chemist or something?
I thought she was an HR manager.
No. Well, in the new business, I mean her business.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, never. He was
I
looking.
don't know.
at
Has Martell passed the test?
no,
Simply.
the Alabama site been down. Poe Jordan
Oh,
looked it up.
okay. I know
You
I
looked it up,
looked it
Joy?
up. I ain't gonna even lie. Because
Yeah, so Kiki, this is what I feel like happened. Kiki was supposed to be, this is just me talking. Kiki was supposed to be
that's
on the
what I
show.
heard as well.
And then they told Kiki's business, and then the hosts were like, maybe we shouldn't deal with her anymore.
Oh.
So,
Well, according to Marceau, it might be some truth to it. Oh, and I'll tell you why.
to what?
Kiki originally did her hashtag was we were supposed to do this together.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, one of her hashtags was or we it I don't know if it was
When was that?
That was
Look it on Instagram.
When her and Tisha was first going backwards and forward, when the first episode. You understand? It was the first episode Kiki had posted. And one of the things was it was like hashtag we were supposed to do this together, or
oh my
it was something like that. It was a reference to them. It was I kind of got the impression like Maurice and Kimmy wasn't initially supposed to be on this show. Like it could have possibly been her,
Kiki and her husband.
Okay.
And then something happened because even according to Marceau, when people were in the groups talking about Melanie brought them on the show and and he makes clear that it was Martell that had to convince him, and that what happened was Melanie was supposed to present a bunch of couples to Carlos King, and then they picked. So that goes back to the whole possibly Kiki and them not going to the next round because of what they heard.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Now, this is just me putting things together.
Yeah. I feel that way too.
Yeah, but nobody has said this out in the flow.
No, they haven't. But if you think about it, I think that's what happened. To make sure that somebody else was on. So my notes, I said Tisha says she wants a serious answer, but Marceau told her she got to choose what she brings to him. Only stuff that isn't disrespectful to him. That was his word.
Anything about cheating in any way is what he means.
I thought Tisha and Kiki really looked alike. When Tisha had her hair back without the makeup on, they look so much alike.
They look alike. I mean, there was another woman that somebody pointed out, put on freeze and took a picture. They was like, they keep having the same face.
The same baby.
Another woman that was sitting at the table next to Kiki. I don't know if she was directly next to her, but I think she was. Because they freeze. They was like, this the same face. Like over and over.
Oh, so somebody said if you listen to Wanda's live earlier in the season. See, I don't really listen to her. They knew Kiki was I think they mean Kiki was filming this season, but she went against the plan.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay.
What?
Yes, now that is correct.
So why Tish act like she didn't know? Because her exact words were like she didn't know on Carlos' show that Kiki was filming.
Well, I think that Kiki was supposed to be filming with Tisha.
Oh, with them. Well,
that's the impression that I got. That so she went against the plan when she went to this party.
Well, the plan was probably to go against the hosts some kind of way. What would be the plan?
And it was crazy because if you listen to what Tisha's saying, she was like, and it kind of shows you that she's playing both sides because Kiki did not dispute what Tisha was saying. You told me that Melanie was going to try to go after my marriage. Now you on here teaming up with her with somebody trying to come after me. She
So then
was right.
that's true. Mel ain't using her then, if that's the case, in my opinion.
Well,
agree.
yes, she did. Mel got a hand held over first.
Mel got her plan before they got their plan.
Okay.
No,
To
what
me-
I'm saying is Mel doesn't inadvertently invite people places. In other words, she had a whole bunch of other guests that we never saw. They only focus on those that they're paying, if you know.
Right.
So my
But they
point
paying
is,
Kiki.
that's my point. My point is,
They
if
are?
she was supposed to come on with
Yeah.
Tisha and help Tisha, but Mel's the first day of recording happens to be Mel's sleepover, she now knows that Kiki is a part of the team. So let me invite her here. So
Girl,
that
shut.
messed up the whole plan. Do y'all understand what I'm
Maybe
saying?
Tisha
Mel
and
daddy is
Kiki
not.
daddy
Tish
see
daddy
they
is
look a
not.
lot like.
Oh no, they say Wanda's brother and Wanda look just alike. Kiki says she looks like her daddy.
I believe
So,
it because
yeah.
Kiki looks like Wanda.
Yeah.
And that was her sister, because I just thought about something.
That was her sister that kicked her.
But
Yeah.
she said your sister is trying to do so that was her
Yeah,
sister.
it was her sister kicked her.
They all have the same face.
They do. Same freaking
I don't
face.
know
It's
what
kind
this
of
baby
crazy.
picture is, but it just popped in my head. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what else? What else? So what? Okay, so the Atlanta trip. I hate they rehashing this again. If they walked in, should they have stayed in all those women? Did Martell bamboozle them?
I know Martell told them that it was
I think
all
so
ladies.
too. They always
But it's
say
only like
this.
20. Remember, she said however many bottles they ordered.
30?
It wasn't that many. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't. That wasn't that many.
I feel like they try to throw Martell under the bus. I will say that.
Martell?
Yeah, like the husbands to their wives, like, oh, I didn't know we were going to Atlanta. Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Like it's all, and then they get mad at Martell.
And then they be so eager to go.
Yeah, and then they go. So, and I think that's all I have. Anything else?
I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's see. Destiny has a movie coming out. She'll keep us posted. I know you guys are excited. Mm-hmm. Or she's working on it or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It makes sense that Wanda told Kiki that they not want her because her husband is her dad.
It's not true.
Sour. You know what?
First of all, Wanda got pregnant really early. Tish's dad and Wanda haven't been together in 40 years. She does not care. And he's a preacher now. So he's only in Mel's.
Girl, when she said did she say I ain't had sex with him in 40 years? What she say?
She said something like that in 40 years. So
I was laughing so much. She said, Wanda, she just has no filter. She was like,
has Wanda been quiet, or have I just not seen her?
40 years since I was pregnant with Tisha.
Yeah.
And I was like, why do we need to know that? But you know what? I will say this. I believe every word when she was talking that came out of her mouth.
Oh, yeah. So is Wanda not going live anymore? Or?
Oh, I don't know. I ain't seen her live.
I haven't either.
I think Wanda needs to focus on her her business. And she can go live if it's related to her business.
Mm-hmm. I think she's great for the show. I think when she goes live, she kind of and I think she'll be drinking black. I'm going to promote black champagne. And she just starts talking. And so she just says stuff. So if she just quit doing that, she can be. But I really think that Chopper thing really got.
I do not have disdain for Melody.
Who said that?
Misbehaving. I really don't have disdain for her. I think I'm balanced with Melody.
Let me
just say the reason that I say that I was balanced. I was balanced with her is because first and second season I watched 100. I was pro Melody. I thought Tisha was the devil reincarnated. But when I go into new seasons, I kind of have I ain't gonna say the slate is clean, but I'll give you a chance. Like I couldn't stand Kenya for however many seasons. I'm softening up to her.
Okay.
I ain't even thinking about the old. So do y'all understand what I'm saying? So when I go into this season and I see Mel behaving the way that she does, that's where my issue is. I wasn't even. I mean, I felt a certain kind of way even last season about Melanie, but it was regarding Martell.
Not covering
It had
Martell.
nothing to do with her relationships with her friend or
Mhm.
how she was treating anybody. I
Melanie's
don't know if you all
expression.
can understand that, but
She
I don't
liked
have the
Mel when
same
Mel
type.
liked Martell. Then when Mel stopped
Thank
working
you.
for Martell,
Exactly. That's
she
very
stopped
true.
liking Mel. Boom. Now
And
Mel
I
and
couldn't
Martell gonna be
stand
back.
Tisha. I thought Tisha was like a little off. Now that I'm watching her and I'm seeing, and it bothers me that the same thing that we know we feel like Tisha did to Mel, she's now doing to her. And you could
Exactly.
say as a woman,
You see
hey,
that,
she
Joy? You
deserves
leave
it.
Kenya
And
Summer
I ain't
more
mad
alone.
at you.
Right.
All I'm saying is then don't be spewing stuff like God said go. And like you are in this anointed place because you God's whatever. I don't like when people do that. It irritates my soul.
But
Yeah, women do
Martell
that.
did it too. He was like, he got 20 women. He do this. She's cheating. Marcel's cheating. He never said who the women were. He never mentioned any of the women's name.
Who are you talking about? Are you talking about a comment? Because I'm
Yeah.
so oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
I'm saying it ain't related to what I was just
Oh
saying.
yeah, I'm talking about a comment. What happened to Wanda's YouTube page? I don't know. I feel like they told her she got to chill.
Which I know that was a struggle for her. She was really told that.
Y'all, Cocktail Lisa want to come up, but we about to leave, baby.
Yeah, we are about to leave. Yeah,
we about to go.
we are about to leave. So let me see. Are we done with this?
Yeah, I'm done.
I remember that. I mean, nobody's
What?
arguing
Does
that.
anybody got anything else to say? Because we've been on here a
What
minute
happened to
30, and I
Wanda?
won't be too much longer.
Wanda got a YouTube page.
She was making one.
Yeah,
Did
Tisha's
Ariella ever start her
41.
YouTube page?
Mm-mm.
You
Oh,
mean
Joy, you want
that's
to talk
why I
about
was
this
wondering.
real quick? Tisha's response or something?
Yeah. So apparently we know that Tisha's arrest record is floating around. And this person goes into Tisha's inbox and asks her that she want to make a comment, want to chat, do a direct quote. And Tisha then comes at the bottom and say, basically, I know you think you was trying to embarrass me, that you need to do some more research and make sure you're correct and report, information that's fact. She said, your attempt to slander and embarrass me would last about 48 hours. Now that she's true about. And I would hate for this to affect you financially for much longer time frame. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Drop the mic, Tish. Robin did something like that on Potomac too. Like, y'all
Yeah.
gotta quit doing this.
Yeah.
Anything else anybody want to say? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Our promoter, our PR person, Latoria Mitchell, has told me
to contact the girl.
that you need to join us next week. We normally do Monday. I was under the weather, so we're doing today. We try to do Atlanta and Huntsville the same day. So we come on Monday about 5:30, but we just here on the Tuesday. And it seemed like Tuesday we got more people, so I don't know if we should do Tuesday or not.
I bet him forgot everything.
Do y'all think this show is realer than most reality shows, or do you think it's kind of getting as fake as?
You think it's being scripted now? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Do you think it's being scripted?
I don't think it's being scripted yet.
I don't think it's being scripted. I think they're
Married to Medicine was probably the first realest one.
Oh yeah,
marital issues.
I think that's why people connected with it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Payback, I agree that this is Payback, but then be honest, misbehaving, and say that it's Payback, and not try to make this girl out to be this perfect angel and confuse why people currently don't like her. I agree.
Don't like
what
her.
I miss? Don't like who?
You're talking about Mel. She said people don't like Mel.
I agree. I agree with what
Mel
you're saying is that it's Payback, but you ain't pitching it like it's Payback. I get that, because to me,
what is she pitching it like?
I actually, it's like you're forcing me to have this conversation. This is I'm trying to tell the girl, like, this is pure revenge. And if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. Don't throw God in the mix.
When did she
Where
throw God in
y'all
the
look to
mix
see
about
that everybody's
Tish?
mad at Mel? I don't
No,
never see
just
that
God said go.
That was about Martell. It had nothing to do about Tish.
You
at all.
selling T-shirts to say God said go.
That has nothing to do with Tish, though.
Whatever.
It
You think it
don't.
has to do with Tish?
No,
God told her to go too, but she's still sitting there waiting to work it out.
Well, some people want to stay in that. She
Yeah.
don't want to be divorced with 3 children. So
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I guess that's why.
Yeah.
Or I don't
Okay.
know why she likes him. I feel like he mistreats her sometimes. I know
You
Joy
think
thinks
it's getting
fun.
scripted, Latoya? She thinks it's getting
I
scripted.
think they're running out of stuff to talk about and it's being recycled.
Right. And I do think that they're trying to hype it up too much for us to get to the episode and not see what they hyped up.
I forgot to pull that up, Latoya.
Oh yeah, she said she wasn't back with him.
Yeah, I forgot to pull that up.
She's because a lot of people thought that he was on this vacation with her, and she said he wasn't. Now we don't know if he is or not because he hasn't been live. So,
whatever.
Oh, did somebody? Okay, I know he got to go, but did Ariana? What's her name? Ariana. Did she try? Oh, okay. Simply, did she try to say Martell was gay? Where did somebody say that she did a live? Yes, and she's mad that he's not messing with her anymore, and she tried to insinuate that he was gay. Did anybody else see this? I didn't see it.
I saw somebody post that
somebody posted about
it. And I'm thinking, what? I didn't know what that meant.
I don't understand a woman that would sleep with a man who you thought was gay.
Have a baby by him.
And have a baby by him if you thought he was gay.
I don't understand.
It depends on how much money she was getting.
But she's reckless. She's real reckless. She's been reckless.
That's what somebody said she did allegedly. That's why I didn't see it, but I saw a whole bunch of posts about it.
She said that on live?
Yes, she's the type of person that'll put him on blast about what he likes sexually or whatever, just to embarrass him. She's real young. Like her mentality she's not mature.
She's not. She's not at all.
Neither is he though.
He's getting there. Mel Nika gonna get him there. I feel like if anybody can do it,
he got the right people around him.
Yeah, but I feel like Mel tried to get him together because what that at least was saying was, Martell. You have to go back and look at those pictures. There's one picture in like the first season. It's like 2 people like kissing or whatever, and one's like got a receding hairline, and that's Martell and Mel.
You know that?
Yeah, he did a honey.
Girl, but y'all, let's post them pictures. It's in the group.
I'm not.
You talking about the ones where they was out in the driveway and all that?
No, this one. And his suit was too big and everything.
But I think that was indicative of the 90s, the late 90s.
I said,
suits were still in.
Are tight suits in now?
Yes, Pee Wee Herman look is top tier. Everybody wearing it to prom. But usually it's just not attractive, in my opinion, when you're over 35. Like I know that men wear them tight pants, and I don't even want to say what girl you would believe.
Yeah, she got his teeth fixed. She did she fixed him up. She helped him with school. Like she, what did Beyonce say and ring the alarm? I mean, like she should have rung that damn alarm. Because you're not going to profit off what I taught. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what Tish is doing. Like, you're not going to profit off of our come up. So I'm going to stay with him. But sometimes you just got to go. God does say go, Joy. Okay?
She's profiting off of her come up from
Joy. God says it sometimes.
I'm sure he does.
See? Anybody else got anything else to say? Then we can get off of here. This was a good call, y'all.
It was.
So we'll be back next Monday. I don't think I have anything. No, I don't.
Maybe.
Not joking. I do have something the 25th.
He's so silly. He do need to. He's 40. You're a man over 40. I get that he could, but you don't. He just needs to wear age appropriate suits.
You know who Tank is, Callie? Because Callie looks confused.
What? I done seen them elder men with them gray beards.
Whose son?
Martell's son. They call him Tank.
Yeah, his Tank. I know what you're talking about.
But Callie was confused by the comment.
I'm
Oh.
like, Tank the singer? I didn't get it.
Right.
Okay.
I post things and leave others anonymous for those who watching and may not want to deal with the backlash. Okay, post it, girl. Post it up. Latoya is our promoter. For anything.
I don't like that Pee Wee Herman look.
I gotta see if there's any more notes before
I think it looks halfway decent on them young boys. They wearing capris, but hey, it is what it is. But that's
Martell's good looking, so I mean, I get it. But he can button up his shirt. I don't care how tight his pants have to be. Just button
girl, that was so my dad.
Like, what are you even showing?
When people were saying that was unprofessional, I said, my daddy used to wear.
So to get him sprung.
I ain't gonna even
Look
tell y'all
what he
was. Today his birthday too.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Whose birthday?
He ain't here no more. So
it's still his heavenly birthday.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna tell you what he did for a living because he sure used to wear his shirt.
Okay, Daddy. My daddy used to wear gaiters, and I will say that he used to wear like blue suit, blue shirt, blue gaiters. Like he was a pimp. He looked like a pimp. Okay.
Nah, my daddy wasn't that bad.
So Miss Haven says he's bisexual, and she used to lick his booty. I don't know nothing about that. Did she do that to him?
Well, y'all told me she did.
I thought he did it to her.
That's what tossing salad is. Remember?
I thought she did that to her. Okay, I don't care. All right.
Yeah, I don't even know. Probably both.
I don't know.
I hope not. She said, "Yeah, I think Martell will wear them new shorts."
Yes, he would.
Daddy shorts.
He would wear those shorts. Yeah, that's the photo I'm talking about. It's in their bedroom, and his hairline is like all the way back there. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that picture, but they both look like two little regular.
No, Mel was cute.
She looks young. She looked like a baby.
Yeah.
She looked like she about 13. Not really.
But yeah, like in her,
with her little dress, with her bump.
Yeah, she had a little mushroom bump. But I feel like that he met her. She's younger than him, right? Like 4 years. So
I think she's only like 34,
36,
35.
I think she just turned 35. Her birthday's 11/11, I think. She always puts that. Okay. Or is that Candace? Somebody else does 11. All right. I follow both of them. I like both of them. I think, I did write a note. I think Destiny's actions at the video premiere and after the reunion made Mel skeptical of her. Do y'all think?
Say that again.
I think Destiny's actions at Mel's video premiere and then what she did at the reunion made Mel kind of side eye her. Yeah.
So with the video premiere, I mean, I thought that was weird. I feel like she was I feel like a producer said, "Go get something out there."
I believe that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say
this.
It's
so weird for her to have done that.
I do say this. I wonder are they still friends? I kind of got a feeling they are. I'm gonna be honest.
I think they are.
Yeah, I still think
Destiny and Mel.
I think that they're friends. So. Because I'm like, Mel, that fourth wall or the third wall, whatever you call it, when Melanie and Stormy got into it, that was definitely real.
So you think they're playing for the cameras
and Melanie didn't stay with Stormy. She went after.
She went to check on Destiny.
Because we weren't supposed to see that.
Yeah, but she was questioned about that on the show, and she said that's what she do to everybody. So do you think that they're faking it on the cameras and off? So when I
don't think that stuff about Marceau and Tisha is fake.
No, that's real.
I don't believe that's fake.
Oh, but you think Mel feels like Martell? Why would Martell? What did Stormy Mama say to you, Latoria? I can't remember. What she got into it with Stormy Mama. I said, you better leave these people mama alone.
What happened?
I ain't gonna tell her. I ain't gonna tell Latoria's ministry.
Latoria.
I ain't gonna tell her story.
Latoria, what did you do?
Oh Lord, y'all. Yes, honey. Our promoter can be
okay.
She can be bad sometimes. I don't think they're friends right now because Stormy's mom and I got into it, and that was a part of the. Oh, I didn't see that part.
Yeah, I saw that. I think really.
What did you do?
I don't know. That's possible. Simply Beautiful. She said she thinks Martell put her up to the village talk.
But why would he do that?
Mm-hmm. I really think that it's. She ain't check on Tisha.
Oh yeah, she ain't studying her.
I just thought about
That is true. She didn't check on Tisha.
And you like,
I really feel like she still cares for Destiny. And I really feel like if they were able to just talk without these cameras, they could make it back, as maybe not as close as they were, but to able to be in the same room and be friendly and at least talk. Because Mel don't even want to talk to Tish. She want to eat carrots. With Tish in the room, she want to eat carrots and ranch. She said,
Destiny made a comment that people have said to her, why does it seem like you're so emotional? And this isn't verbatim. Why does it seem like she's so emotional over the loss of Mel's friendship? They said as she's being interviewed or whatever, it seems like
she does.
Melody's name always comes up. And she said, well, she tried to explain it by saying, I'm really just answering questions. And I'm going to be professional. And don't always take it for what it seems. So basically, it's kind of saying the editing can kind of show you whatever they want to show you, but don't believe it all is what she said.
They sit for hours. They have like 3 or 4 confessionals. And they do the confessionals either the midpoint or toward the end, or a lot of times after they
the show.
Mm-hmm. So they do these. They sit down and the producers just ask questions and they're answering them. So Destiny ain't talking about anything more than what the producers is telling us.
I think
that's why we know that they create storylines.
Exactly.
Because if they focus on a conversation that they're asking questions for, that's the narrative that they are creating. So it don't mean that she feels any worse or less, but they showing you what she giving them.
Yeah.
So she said she was dealing with the loss of a friend to Kimmy, and she said that they both experienced pain. And so that's probably why she really kind of still wanted Mel in her corner, because they both had, and I can see that. Like, this is somebody who's been, even though hers wasn't as public, like she said, they still both experienced pain. And a lot of people are like, well, Destiny was only married 2 seconds. How can she be so upset when Mel and Martell was married 14 years?
I think they were together,
for years.
For years, yeah. So I'm thinking that's why she kind of looks hurt too, is because this is somebody who she really could talk to and they could understand each other.
But basically she said she's not as hurt as it looks. The editing show what they want to show.
I don't agree with that. You think she's not? I think she is.
No, I don't think that she is. I mean, yeah, of course, if you thought somebody was a friend, y'all not friends, fine. But she's saying it just the editing just makes it look like she's more hurt than she is. That's all.
She said, "I'm dealing with the loss of a friend,"
and that's hard. Like, I think friendships, they almost feel like although you don't have, of course, intimate relationships physically with your friends. When that friendship ends, it's no different from breaking up with a boyfriend.
Yeah.
It bothers you. It irritates you. And I mean, this ain't no kind of breakup where you and your friend have an argument and y'all just ain't talking for a couple of days. You know when it's over. You can feel it. It's no different than your boyfriend breaking up with you. You feel all of those same emotions.
I agree. And I mean, especially if they talk every day. Yeah. And she didn't have a village. I don't know about that village crap, but anyway. Anything else, ladies? We almost 2 hours again. I need to stop stopping us. All right, y'all ready to get off of here?
Yeah.
Huntsville it's hard for us to do an hour. It just is because it's so much. Y'all be sure to follow us. Come back. We're gonna try to do Monday 5:30. It was great having all y'all. We'll try to get y'all on when we can. Thanks for people to call in.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. What you got to say?
Victoria said that there is another insinuation saying the ex-husband cheated.
Yeah, that because they have the same pain.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Now it's done like good ribs. What's done? Are they friendship? Yeah.
Oh, Miss Wave is so funny.
I think she has been. Destiny can't really talk about her divorce. She can only do so much on this show, particularly. She could do more in interviews than she could do on the show.
But I'm telling you, people do not seem to connect with Destiny.
She can't talk about it. We wouldn't see it.
Yeah.
Because she can't really talk about it.
Right.
I think that had we seen some of the issues, we saw, one conversation at a dinner table. we didn't really see it unfold. I would have liked to see them together.
Interact a little bit.
Yeah. To make that kind of assessment.
Did
I
y'all
hate-
watch DC?
No, I'm not watching that.
I don't understand why I can't get with it.
Their
And I
ratings were
think that the problem is we got these new people in this new show and it's already conflict and it's the third episode. We don't get to know you. It's kind of like watching the Tyler Perry show.
Yes.
Y'all watch Tyler Perry. The
Mhm.
first episode just be drama. Everybody mad.
The first episode, the husband
Nobody
kicking the
knows
wife
that.
out, throwing her down the stairs.
Right.
The mama talking about, I got a piece.
Episode. You're like, what happened to character development?
No,
What happened to getting to know people? That's
can't.
why I said that these and every reality show is banking on that.
Yeah.
To start with a scandal that we done read about for 6 months in the paper.
Oh, it's another thing I heard that some people feel like Carlos is spending too much time with Bravo's people
What is
and
up
not
with
enough
that?
time
What is
with
up with that?
Huntsville
Yeah, I
or
don't
his
like it.
own people. Like he
only
always has
did
them on
2
his show.
episodes. He only
No, he
did-
has them on his podcast all the time.
And did you
He
hear
has
when
them
he
on
told
his
the story of
Carlos
Sheree
nightcap
cussing him out?
thing. Like he did the top countdown for the housewife. Like
he probably produced more of them too, though.
yeah, he has more to talk about. But
Yeah,
they feel like
has-
he needs to
he
move
has a
over to
lot.
Huntsville and get them back to where they were.
Did you hear
And-
him when he said Sheree cursed him out?
Yeah.
I was not surprised by that. I can just see Sheree checking somebody just because they're checkable.
So if Destiny can't show her reality, should she be on the show?
Yeah, because her husband's not on the show. So the part of her reality she can't show is not on the show anyway.
And it's like an important element.
Yeah.
Like
So
I
you don't
can't.
think she
I'm not.
should be
I
on
like
the show?
Destiny. I actually like Destiny. But I've said this before. If they're tripping, if they bring Tiffany and Lewis back,
Yeah.
but I would not be surprised if she left as well.
Yeah, but you know, Tiffany and Lewis got the
Fletcher
open relationship.
was gonna come on here, but they said he getting
he
another.
got his own show on We or something.
Yeah.
Who?
Chris does. Fletcher is coming out.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's not out yet.
Because I know they have some other friends. It would have been nice to have real friends of Mel and Martell, when they were married.
Because Tori was like, "Are you gonna show Louis' face when Tiff was talking to him?" I was like, "I didn't even plan on talking about them. Like, they
Oh.
bore me that much.
Yeah.
I had to go find her lap coat so I could show it because I didn't even have any of her pictures loaded. Like,
Yeah, so
Mhm.
I can't see her
I
coming
can't.
back next year.
mm-mm.
If somebody said, oh, in one of them groups, I was cracking up. Somebody said, this is a public announcement. If y'all didn't already know, Tiffany is from a biracial family. Wow.
Like, I'm over her story about the lynching in
She interested
1987.
in Bobo Gibbs.
I'm over it. I'm over her. And I think Louis is going to try to save them next week, talking about he's sexually frustrated. But in the car with Mel, she's saying that she get blowjobs every night, that he gets ass every night. Like somebody lying.
Well,
And,
that don't mean she's giving a good one or whatever he's.
Is there a such thing as a bad one to it? Okay, shut
I
up.
don't know, because I'm
You're
going to be
amazing.
like, Mel, I don't want to do all that. I'm going to get a toy.
Remember
That toy
the first.
you can get a toy that'll do that for you.
Remember
And
the
I can-
movie The Best Man? When
You
The Best
can
Man,
get a
when they
toy
were
that
talking
does
about
that.
Or was
I
it the
know I
second one?
saw it.
Yeah, so just get the toy, Mel. If Mel would have got that toy, she might still be married.
Which toy?
I didn't know her then.
I can't.
It's a toy.
And you can control it.
Yeah,
Which
Somebody,
toy? What
you
we
don't
talking
even
about?
got to be there.
yeah.
We talking
I'm
about the
telling
panties
you.
again or something else?
Huh?
The panties you're talking about or something else?
No, it's
No,
a toy that mimics what Areola does all the time.
Ew.
And somebody else can control it.
Yeah.
Made by Charmin, I'm sure.
Man,
It's
Candy
toilet
probably got one. That toy that Sheree had, is that Candy's toy?
I don't know if she has one or not.
I didn't even notice it till you posted it and said it. And I was like,
Look, all I can say is I'm
Snatcher.
on TikTok. And because I must have liked a couple of videos about that toy,
The toy
they,
snatcher.
they kind of put you on I be like, I can't like no more of these videos.
You cannot.
Now they sending me the
She was giving
Oh.
Sleepy Top.
Well, she don't get home till midnight. Come on. Oh, he didn't like toys. How do y'all know all this stuff?
Martell didn't like toys.
How did they know these things? How did they know,
Ariella,
Joy?
is that you? Who made that?
Joy, how did they know? Is this because
Who
you know
you
what?
at?
Well, you the toy lady.
I'm not the talk lady. I just
Well, you definitely the hand movement lady. Remember that call we had, Montique?
Joy
Oh.
was in it to win it, honey.
I did not say
You won.
that.
I can
What
tell
was
you
I
that.
trying to do?
I can't remember, but you was doing a jack off, and I said, "Look at Joy knowing what she doing. That's why she been
I
married
was
25
not
When
years.
you
doing
don't have
that.
your
How long have you been married,
God.
Joy?
I'm not having this conversation.
All right, y'all. We
Yeah,
gonna get
we
off
said
here.
by an hour ago. We still talking.
It's been real. My cough is coming. I need to lay down.
That's the spirit of Wanda on you.
That's the spirit of Wanda coming upon me.
Misbehaving.
I really do want to get Wanda on here, but I don't think Wanda's doing interviews right now. We might need to try to reach out to her. Latoria, get on it.
I will say this about that call. I have been seeing stuff like we are one party state. Alabama's a one
So it is.
record. I don't know if it's true.
Tennessee's
but
not.
I have seen that not knowing what they were talking about.
Yeah.
And I kept on going. You know how you come across something?
Mhm.
I did hear something about a recording, and I did see somebody say Alabama is a one I forgot what it's called.
Is it really 8:30? What the heck?
Yeah.
And
Wanda said that she was gonna sue that person. So whatever she said, Wanda don't want out. But if it's a one,
okay, so yeah, so some of this must have already been floating. That's why I was saying, because I didn't stop and read it, but it had to have been floating.
So somebody looked at that. Elise, can you send it to me?
One party state. That's what.
Can you send us the video of the whatever you're talking about, where somebody got the record? I just want to hear it.
Because I even remember some Wanda saying, "I'm gonna sue that person."
Yeah, she said it.
Thinking, where did I? When she was, I know
with Marcella
already been out there. This ain't new. Is what I'm saying.
Somebody send it to us. Let me put our thing up, our chatter up.
Already up.
What is?
Oh no, go ahead.
I'm gonna get our page up so they can message us. Because we need to know. I can't find it, y'all.
It's up.
Why did it? Honey, it ain't working. Oh, here we go. Sorry. User error.
Is it on Chatter Up?
Yeah, I'm about to. That's where they can message us. I'm about to do it. There we go. Somebody send it to us in Messenger. Because I want to know what it is. That's our Facebook page. People like it, subscribe, come on. And we have Instagram, all that stuff too. Let me put that up and then we're leaving. Because I'm tired.
UK is what? Joy, now you know is Wanda is ignorant. What?
Oh, Lord. Okay, this is our stuff, our Twitter, our TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We own everything. We even on Clubhouse. We just don't know how to use it. Somebody it
would actually probably be fun because I think we call in. Do we call in?
I don't know. We have one, so if somebody can help us with Clubhouse, we'll do that too.
It would probably blow up because it ain't that many Huntsville groups on Clubhouse.
Yeah, we need to probably do it. Let's see anything.
It's just us talking and people listening.
Color Me Pink's friend, not the person. Oh, okay. I don't think Wanda's ignorant. I just think she speaks without thinking. I don't think that makes you ignorant. It just makes you kind of reckless. All right, so y'all ready to get out of here? We're gonna peace them out. Peace, 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 peace. We'll see y'all next week.
We're peacing.
Joy, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, y'all.
Latoria, get on our promoting. We don't pay you, but you do it. Thank you.